Today we have called this press conference regarding Taluktar issue as well as the show cause notice, the so-called show cause notice given by the GP Union Dimapur. Ite duita issue ase, very crucial. Ekta issue ase Taluktar issue, GB of New Market. Aro ekta issue ase, ito show cause notice dia laga. So ito issue duita tu mohan aji clarify guru munja ase. Tate my first directly issue na hage de moi aro ekta to the points moi ko munja ase. Moi khan Naga manu khan British na hage de even before India got independence and before statehood. British Khan Assambra aigina Naga Hills te 19th century de ahatam de. Ki huishe they identified Khel leaders and village chiefs. Aro itu Khel leaders or village chiefs kange tai khan GB la title dishe. And till today the GBs are the custodians of Naga customary law and tradition. Ite tak itu kurina aya ase. The GBs were kings in those days. After statehood, Village Council Act came into being, and what happened was, itu Village Council kangi empower korishe, aro the GBs in the villages are part of the Village Council, and therefore, Village Council again they have certain powers. For example, petty cases like theft. Inigate, village councils are empowered to take fine, levy fine, or even expel the thief from the village. Idu system do ite bi chuli asde. According to Naga customary law. To ite town de ki hoya ase, town is not the village. Town de police ase, administration ase, DC ase, town de municipal bodies ase, sanitation sai ase. So I'll just give the example. Narrate the example of the village thief. Judi ekta colony the ekta chor ke dhurishe guli to Naga customary law tare applicable nai do. It's the police who will catch the thief, and it's the courts who will sentence the thief, whether to be jailed or to be fined. So that customary law is not applicable in the town area or urban area. It was in this context when I gave an interview to a media house some few days back. Itulo context mui kotha koi dakichido. Mola personal opinion town dito na thakile bhal hobo urban areas te. Itu aro hulibi mui again I said it's open to debate. Naga manuhan debate kuri sabi na. It's just a personal opinion. Itu debate kuri sabi. Aro bhal ulubi, bhal nolubi. That's the whole idea. We are living in a democratic country. We are not living in communist China. And therefore, I also gave my opinion as a citizen of this state or this country and as a Naga. Because the issue is not about RPP. This is a Naga issue. So, mula opinion ekta dishe. Aro mui GPs kan, aro civil society organizations kan gibi kwato debate kuri sabi. To tate mui iku goldi kurishinu kwa na ito Naga manu khan jane de. Mola interview de. I did not defame the GBs. Mui tahange biya kotha kwa nai. Debate kuri sabi kwa la kotha asudo. Then all of a sudden, in the print media, in the in the visual media, show cause notice, 14 days deadline, ito la kotha ai ase. To moi as a RPE president or as a party, moi GB Union Dimapur khan ke moi ko munja do. Why did the issue get diverted? Kili issue divert kurishe. The issue is about Mr. Taluktar, who is apparently a non-indigenous person looking after Naga customary laws and tradition. GB Union Dimapur Laga President Mr. Hukto Tala interview ta nisho gushido. Taluktar is a non-indigenous person. The issue is not about me, Joel Naga RPA President. Ite to mohan Naga majode jagara gure ase to itia. And the issue is getting lost. At a time when all the Nagas should be united as one, irrespective of political affiliations. Mohan sob ekta milap kurina taluktar issue dekina tackle kuru bole inega time de GB Union issuing show cause notice will be 14 days deadline will be inega de time de mohala unity to break kodishido. So who is going to take responsible for that? Who is going to be responsible for that? GB Union is squarely responsible for that. Itia taluktar kotha de taigi to koi agere moi ko anisina GB Union Dimapur ba koise tangla president bra idu manu to non-indigenous ase to non-indigenous ase gole to tangla union la membership olai dibi na to first. Second point, show cause notice dibi na taige show cause notice digina give a representation to a district administration that Taluktar is a non-indigenous person and he cannot be the GB of New Market. GB Union han itu kurishna kora nai. Itu nukuri gina instead muige show cause notice de ase. Itu kila matlab ase. Is this the way to debate issues? Is this the way to have discourses? Again to go on that this issue is now harai jashi dia. To moham bhi question kuru paru to. To iniga ase boli to GB Union to taluktar ke protect kore ase moham bhi question kuru paru to. Judi itu question sob mohan bhabna kore she goli to for having diluted the taluktar issue then moham bhi ko pare to. GB Union Dimapur should apologize to the Naga people. Moham go pare to itu. Holibi as a political party, as a serious political party, we don't want to engage in all those games. We want to tackle the real issue. Itu ekta. Aro secondly, again moi koalisna. It was an opinion. Itu opinion de ite debate bishi chuli ase. Itu GP ek Dimapur town de for example ekta colony de rengma GB ase. All the Naga tribes, their customary laws are different. There is no codified Naga customary law. Sub tribe different customary laws there. To itu rengma GB ekta colony de tala customary law applicable hobo. As it is, customary law is not applicable, but hypothetical situation. Judi hushi gulibi, where all the different tribes are living, 15 Naga tribes, they are different communities. Ekta tribe la customary law itu colony de applicable hobo. Practical no hito. And so this is the reason why, and based on these reasons, I said, is my opinion that there should be no GBs in Dimapur town or urban areas. Ito Naga manuge ito clarify guru munjas de. Moigan kun lugu jagara gurabi no hai. Holi be clarify nideshe guli to there will be much confusion. And we don't want this confusion to prolong. And this is the reason why we have called this press conference. Mui khan laga Nagaland de, mui bar mula press conference, mula interviews to be kudishe. Nagaland is facing the threat of illegal immigration. To ekjun manu taluktar nishina tai kiman residential proof certificates issue kuri thakibo thousands upon thousands idu residential proof certificate lui kina apni driving license pabo trade license pabo apni aadhar card pabo apni bank account khulibo paribo apni la indigenous apni la ST kan so pai jabo aru itu documentation to apni paishi guli to you already an Indian citizen. This is the reason why Nagaland system checks and balances naito. I'm not only to blame the GPs. The district administration is equally culpable for issuing certificates to people of doubtful ancestry. Tai kut pra aise na asane, ta outsider ase, bahar manu ase. Holibi SDO civil or EAC to aina colony check rule hoi to. Colony to GP kamar check kurbo to. They are authorized, they are empowered. To iniga time de so manu mon IBI koi. Holi so manu hate documents asu to. They even have Indian passport because of those documents, of those residential certificates. To IBI ko to dhurubo to. Aro itu to khali taluktar ekla nohobo mohala GB khan especially town de thaga khan ki tahan bi they equally culpable and not only them even the district administration properly verify nugune kora kiman ase 2015-16 de Assam de NRC registration kora dam de Assam government Nagaland laga birth certificate issue kora hundreds if not thousands Nagaland pathaisi to idu hongi verify kuribi again these are doubtful holibi idu issue harai ise there are 3 districts in Assam where the Dimapur district administration does not accept any documents from those districts Karimgam shebe ekta asre duita district moi bhaurise Dimapur district administration accept nukure documents itu area laga itu district khan laga to issue to man nahor ase to so based on those facts and figures I said itu opinion itu GB in urban area to na thakile bhalo hone ki koina itu ko ase to
in the first place GB association kan to union kan to show cause notice laga meaning to na jane gine show cause notice ko aise bola moi khan to ta khan laga employee no hoy show cause notice to employer ba he employee ke show cause notice kore do to kotha koribo gole to kotha korile bal asile publicize kore dise public kore dise agete ko nisna mo khan laga president tai personal opinion share korobole bi if we have to take the permission organization association union khan laga permission loi kena he opinion share kurubo lage koile do ami khan kote jabo ami khan kut kinaga age de jabo idu gone show cause notice dia laga do le do ami khan kagos bi pa nai there is no written show cause notice served to us ami khan kagos bi pai nai social media or print media bara ula laga hi ase idu gone ami khan to itu to we take it as a non issue holibi itia koa nisna ekjon personal opinion share koria do itu bi permission lobo lagibo aru itu bi condemn koribo itu ki bi pura dabai dibo gole do dictator do no hoi do we are not living in a country like a south like Korea North Korea it is a democratic country itu gone ami kan lago opinion share koria do le do accept korile bi na korile bi debate koribi koigina koa la kotha ase de itu gone ekjon para opinion share koria do it should not be diverted or itu misinterpret na koribo lage
itu itia mala president aro VP bara koa nisna personal opinion ekta share kora bara enika show cause notice dia do it is very unbecoming aro ami judi আজি laga press conference te moi bi moi laga personal opinion ekta share korise itia Nagaland government to thik nai hoise edu bora naga public kan RPP kan ge elect kori kine government te bohai dibi titia Nagaland to bhal hobo koi kine ami moi laga personal opinion edu apni hanla samne de share korise koi kine kali government bra moke show cause notice dibo na dibo la edu bora ami khan laga majode eniga jagara kori kine bahar manuge mohan ge sai kine hasi di kine tali mari thaka bra do ami khan milibo lage mili kine ami khan kinia korile hoy kon holebi ami khan as a political party holebi or GBs khan holebi ami khan la elders khan leaders khan holebi society nimite concern thaka bra ami khan laga state karne ami khan laga mati karne morom thaka bra kon holebi ahi kine kam kori ase itu karne আমি কান মিলি কিনে কাম কৰিছো গলে কিমান সুন্দৰ হ'ব কিমান ভাল হ'ব আমি ইটোহে মেসেজ দিবলৈ মন যায় আছে
এতিয়া কোন কিবি আগের কোন নিচিনা we are playing with facts and figures আৰু একজনে যোগে ট্ৰেডিং কৰিব লাগা কথা বি নহয় এতিয়া what the RPP will do is will file RTIs Man RTI mara shuru ho jao dai. We will file RTI with the DC office, with the statistical office, that the births and death records of that ase. Moi khan DTO district transfer office te mohan RTI lagabo. Moi khan DMC da RTI lagabo. RTI lagai kina in the last 10 years, for example, কিমান residential proof certificate issue kori kina ase from Dimapur town and based on the residential certificates kiman birth certificate issue korise outsider manu khange trade license outsider khange driver license outsider khange idu furnish kuribi gonu mohan idu kora shuru ho jabo de for too long Nagas have been talking আৰু এতিয়া একটা তালুক তার ইস্যু দে মহাঙ্গে অ্যাটাক করা শুরু হয়েছে নাগা মাজতে জাগরা করা শুরু হয়েছে ইটস সো এম্বারেসিং এ সরম্বি আছে তো যদি ঠিক আছে মন মিলাপ করি না কাম করব কই না ভাল করি না যাব দে পিছলে কথা তো নকবি হাউ ডু উই মুভ ফরওয়ার্ড নাগাস খান ইটোল কথা কোয়া দাম দে এনিগা embarrassing situation are piche to are thik ase to anybody can file any RTI to moi khan be thik ase we'll start doing it दूध का दूध पानी का पानी edu tate beya kotha ko nai that's the truth we'll play with facts and figures and we'll come out with the findings aro moi last ekta kotha ko mun jado Mole interview moi koise last time this illegal immigration issue is a time bomb are edu Nagala issue as it's just that RPP as a political party we are bringing up this issue to the public domain once again edu issue to Naga sob stakeholder ase to every organization, every tribal body, every political party, we are all stakeholders here. This is not an RPP issue. Itu karne moi khan naga manuan sob milap kurina itu issue luina jabo lage koina ekta appeal kore ase especially the youth organizations can they should be spearheading we are not saying we are spearheading kun spearhead kuri jabo as a Naga will also follow them holbe ite ta issue to public domain de man ahanai mohani first we raise the issue it doesn't mean that we'll spearhead holbe Naga kan ek par milap kuri jama kuri na kuri sabai habi na for a future generation
GB association Dimapur district GB association rajundo President RPP join Naga ke show cause notice issue তো এইটো লগা ওপৰতে আপুনি খান show cause notice দিয়াটো respond কৰিব না নকৰিব যাব না নাযাব
আগেৰে কোৱা নিচিনা show cause notice to নিজৰ organization-কে হি দিব পাৰে তো I can give a show cause notice to my vice president, for example, as to why action should not be taken against him for anti-party activities. Muy to gambara no ito. And therefore, the term show cause notice, it's technically invalid, number one. Number two, I have raised an opinion and I am not answerable to anybody from opinion. Any individual is not answerable to anybody for an opinion raised. If I have defamed the GBs or if my words have brought about communal disharmony, then I can be taken to the court, I can be arrested, FIR can be filed against me. And so the question of going to the GB does not arise.
Abdul Qayyum Daloktar laga appointment opore apuni kan RPP pura media ekta debi khuda pura apuni kan bikise bolibi to saile sir 1996 21st May pura appointment shuru hua ase first to Indrajit Sati tai Hindu samaj pura Shri Furqanuddin tai Muslim samaj Muslim community pura aro Shri Let V Nihoto Sema aro sir ido issue pura do Deputy Commissioner Office Dimapur by issue kurna ase to sir Abdul Qayyum Talukdar do tai hoye ase tai local documents sab ase will be sile appointment order to sile since 1996 so itu laga opore kali Abdul Qayyum Talukdar laga issue de apni kan RPP ba hoye ase na Indrajit Sati bi involve ase so 1996 laga issues de bi ki hoye RPP
So it goes back to Naga customary law to answer that question. Naga customary, only a Naga GB can be a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition. How can a non-Naga be a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition? Question that I know. Ito government la loophole, government la goldi pra ito iniga chuli asa to tamasha idea. So we are not against the GB Union Dimapur per se. Holebi debate kurubo lage goado mo itu point di ko asa to urban area te tahange ulai tebi hatai tebi dismiss kuri tebi la kotha nohi to holebi GB nam no cholai gina dusa kiba nam ekta cholo paru na paribo kotha town red coat lagai town debi aro red coat to originally issued to village GPs oida town de lagai so it signifies that he is a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition whereas again we explain gornichina town there is not applicable so these are issues which we should be debating and having discourse upon so Nagaland government ki kore ase tate Nagaland government should speak out should give out proper guidelines to iniga hoise guli to all these anomalies which you have raised it can be settled within no time holbi to settle problem nai aro jamela chulibu dia asu to aro state government is also at fault
Global window interview with K. Okto Jimoni, President, Dimapur District GB Association. Taiba kushi non-indigenous kando GB ni dibo lagi kuna takanti kushi. Boleh bi takan ekta statement dia se non-indigenous kan ke appoint kurbo kule as DB nole Solanda. To isu laga opode RPP brabe apni opinion ki.
GB in Dimapur they are no longer custodians of Naga customary law and tradition. Mo agit explain korise. But they are carrying out the administrative task of the district administration. So, term GB to nimilito. So, ito karni naam ki ba ekta dusra bodli kuri gina cholo pare guli to. Ito to ala kotha that we can ponder upon. Holebi the blanket term GB hui gina Naga manu ki bi dibo, non-Naga ki bi dibo, the indigenous will be no be. In a house, you know, we are confusing so many issues together. So, itu ekpar ponder kurubo lage naga manuhan. Itu muhan koi, itu koi ase.
Sir, Muslim Council Dimapur পৰা কৈ আছে কি আব্দুল কায়ুম তালুকদাৰটো হেলাই দিবি, ৰিভক কৰি দিবি, মুছলিম কাউন্সিল ডিমাপুৰ পৰা নাম একটা দিব, এইটো আপইণ্ট কৰি দিবি কোনা তাহান এপিল কৰি আছে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে আৰপিপিৰ পৰা কি কয়
আৰু তাতে এইটো তাহান অপিনিয়ন আছে, উই ৰেসপেক্ট দ্য অপিনিয়ন হ'লে বি মহান ভাৱনা একটাটো এইটো জিবি ইউনিয়ন লা প্ৰেচিডেণ্ট বা কৈ কিনে আছে ইণ্টাৰভিউতে আগেতো কোৱা নিচিনা that Mr. Talukdar is a non-indigenous type of Kuiginas, which means Tai Talab Sidde Tai Buhuna Paru. And the district administration should take immediate action, number one. Arotai Hata Pichi there, as long as Dimapur GP Khan, Dimapur, the urban area there, as long as the term GP is applicable, only a Naga can be appointed in New Market. Judi naam change kor dishe, aro tai tangla naam do tangla title GB no hai. Dusra ki ekta naam ase guli do ito ala kota. Holo as long as the term GB is applicable, only a Naga should be appointed in New Market. Mohalla stand clear ase ki, for example, Marwari Khan. They have been settled in Nagaland, or specifically Dimapur, some, not all, since the 19th century. If you look at the electoral roll of 1963 or the census of 1961, around 500, 600 Muslim names will be there. And we call them indigenous because they have been settled here prior to the formation of statehood. Ito on the indigenous ase. Aro, based on that criteria, Marwari Khangi by point Korean Asura as GB. Based on that criteria, New Market TV poila appoint Kurusha wala Muslim Manuhange. So we are not against that. Holibi mui komun jadu mohala stand to. But even though they are non-indigenous, these Nagas, they cannot be custodians of Naga customary law and tradition. The term GP which is conferred to these individuals is inappropriate. And therefore, dusar naam ekta chulai bina. Dusar naam ekta chulai shuludo. Idu issue settled hushido. But whatever the case may be, non-indigenous people cannot be appointed as GP or by any other name.